Okay, dear students, we are in BBA, second year, fourth semester, subject of startup management. That is the subject. And in the first chapter, we have to learn about entrepreneur, characteristic features of entrepreneur, concept of entrepreneur, functions of entrepreneur, difference between entrepreneur and manager. These are the topics that you have to learn in the first unit. See, have you come across this word entrepreneur till now? Anybody has come across this word entrepreneur till now? What is the meaning of entrepreneur? Yes, any idea? Yes, any idea of this word? No idea? Yes, any idea? So up to now you did not come across this word entrepreneur. Yes? Please give me reply. Otherwise, I think that you are not listening to me. Yes, ఇప్పటి వరకు మీరు అసలు ఈ పదం వినలేదా? ఎంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్ అనే పదం వినలేదా?
విన్నాము కానీ కరెక్ట్ అర్థం తెలియదు సార్.
Okay, right. See, entrepreneur is a person who establishes an organization and he tries to run that organization successfully. Okay, అందుకని మీరు బజార్లో పోతుంటే ఎప్పుడన్నా గమనిస్తుంటారు ఎంటర్ప్రైజెస్ అని గమనిస్తుంటారు పేర్లో, దుకాణం షాప్ పేర్లో ఎంటర్ప్రైజెస్ అని చూస్తుంటారు షాప్ పేర్లో. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Entrepreneur is a person who assembles all the factors of production. మీకు తెలుసు కదా ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ ఆఫ్ ప్రొడక్షన్, ఉత్పత్తి కారకాలు ఉన్నాయి. ఏమేంటి?
ల్యాండ్, లేబర్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్.
వెరీ గుడ్. ల్యాండ్, లేబర్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్ అండ్ క్యాపిటల్, వీటిని మనం ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ ఆఫ్ ప్రొడక్షన్ అంటాం. ఎంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్ కూడా ఒక ఫ్యాక్టర్ ఆఫ్ ప్రొడక్షన్. అంటే మిగిలిన 4 ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ ఆఫ్ ప్రొడక్షన్ కలిపి ఒక చోటికి తెచ్చి వాటితోటి వ్యాపారం చేసేవాడే ఎంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్. ఓకే, సో ద కాన్సెప్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఎంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్, ద వర్డ్ ఎంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్ ఈజ్ డిరైవ్డ్ ఫ్రమ్ French root word entreprendre, meaning to undertake. So he will undertake the activity, he will bring all the factors of production together and he will start his business organization. Is it clear now? Did you understand the concept of entrepreneur? Entrepreneur is the person who brings factors of production together and he undertakes an organization. He begins an organization for profit motive or for any other motive. Okay, so this word entrepreneur seems to have been introduced into economic theory by Cantillon. He is the first person who, it seems, brought this concept into economic theory. Okay, that person's name you have to remember, Cantillon, in 1755. Okay, but even though Cantillon brought this concept of entrepreneur into the economic theory, this was popularized by Say. This concept was popularized by Say in 1803. These two you have to keep in mind. Okay, so entrepreneur is a person who brings factors of production like land, labor, capital, technology together and he starts business organization with a purpose. That purpose may be profit motive or anything else. See, whatever I am underlining in your notes, you have to write this. Okay, the word entrepreneur is derived from a French root entreprendre, meaning to undertake. Okay, the term entrepreneur seems to have been introduced into economic theory by Cantillon, but Say first accorded the entrepreneur prominence. Up to this, you have to write the concept of entrepreneur. In examination, if they give, you have to write like the entrepreneur side heading, you have to write, and up to this you have to write. So in my explanation, wherever I am underlining, I will give you sentences. Those sentences you prepare notes. I will underline sentences. With those sentences you have to write the answer. Is it clear? Yes, is it clear to you?
Yes,
Okay, right. Now, so these are some of the definitions of entrepreneur. These at least 2 definitions you have to learn. You have to remember those 2 definitions I am underlining. Okay, see this first definition you have to write this. According to New Encyclopedia of Britannica, according to this, an entrepreneur means an individual who bears the risk of operating a business in the face of uncertainty about the future condition. This is what you mean by saying entrepreneur. See, entrepreneur starts a business and he takes risk. Business itself implies risk. One day you may earn profit, another day you may incur loss. బిజినెస్ అంటేనే రిస్క్ తో కూడినది. ఒక రోజు లాభం వస్తుంది, ఒక రోజు నష్టం వస్తుంది. కాబట్టి ఎంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్ అనేవాడు రిస్క్ తీసుకోవడానికి సిద్ధమై ఉంటాడు. హూ బేర్స్ ద రిస్క్ అంటే నష్ట భయాన్ని భరించేవాడు ఎంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్. ఇన్ ఆపరేటింగ్ ఎ బిజినెస్, బిజినెస్ ను తీసుకున్నప్పుడే, బిజినెస్ ను ప్రారంభించినప్పుడే రిస్క్ తీసుకోవడానికి సిద్ధపడి ఉన్నవాడు ఎంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్. ఇన్ ద ఫేస్ ఆఫ్ అన్సర్టెనిటీ, మనకి ఎప్పటికీ అన్సర్టెనిటీ ఉంటుందండి బిజినెస్ లో. లైఫ్ లో ఎట్లయితే అన్సర్టెనిటీ ఉంటుందో, మనకు ఎప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందో తెలియదు, అట్లనే బిజినెస్ లో కూడా ఎప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందో తెలియదు. అన్సర్టెనిటీ అనేది ఉంటుంది. అన్సర్టెనిటీ అబౌట్ వాట్? ఫ్యూచర్ కండిషన్. మనకు భవిష్యత్తులో ఎటువంటి పరిస్థితులు ఎదురవుతాయో తెలియదు. అటువంటి కండిషన్స్ ను తట్టుకొని రిస్క్ తీసుకొని వ్యాపారాన్ని ప్రారంభించేవాడే ఎంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్. వ్యవస్థాపకుడు అంటామండి తెలుగులో, వ్యవస్థాపకుడు అంటాం ఎంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్ అంటే ఒక వ్యవస్థను స్థాపించేవాడు. ఈజ్ ఇట్ క్లియర్? Okay, right. So this definition you have to write. According to New Encyclopedia of Britannica, an individual who bears the risk of operating a business in the face of uncertainty about the future condition. This concept you have to write. In earlier I mentioned the side heading of entrepreneur, the concept of entrepreneur, and this one definition you write. Okay, and the second definition, this according to second definition you write this. According to Richard Cantillon, entrepreneur as a risk bearer, he takes risk. See, Richard Cantillon, an Irishman living in France, was the first who introduced the term entrepreneur. I mentioned in the concept also. Entrepreneur, the concept was introduced by Cantillon. This name you have to remember, Cantillon. Okay, according to him, this definition you write. Entrepreneur as an agent who buys factors of production. What are the factors of production? I mentioned just now. Land, labor, capital, technology. These are the factors of production. Entrepreneur is also a factor of production. Okay. So entrepreneur as an agent who buys factors of production at certain prices in order to combine them into a product with a view to sell it at uncertain prices in the future. This definition you write. See, I am mentioning again. Entrepreneur, you start definition from here. Entrepreneur with inverted commas. Entrepreneur as an agent, you instead of as you make it as is. Entrepreneur is an agent who buys factors of production. Factors of production ఎట్లా కొంటాడండి? ల్యాండ్ కు రెంట్ ఇస్తాడు, లేబర్ కు వేజెస్ ఇస్తాడు, టెక్నాలజీకి అమౌంట్ పే చేస్తాడు. So this is how you are going to make payments to factors of production. He will pay rent to land, he will pay amount to laborers, wages to laborers, and he will pay amount to technology. So he buys factors of production at certain prices in order to combine them. But anniti combine chestadu, he will combine all the factors of production and he will prepare a product with a view to sell them at uncertain prices. Because to future is uncertain. At what prices he is going to sell, he is unaware of. So this is the definition given by Richard Cantillon. So this definition you start with inverted commas like this. Entrepreneur is an agent who buys the factors of production at certain price. Up to this point you write, you put colon, dash you put, and hyphen you put, and you write this person's name, Richard Cantillon. This person's name you write here. So this definition, these two definitions you write. Is it clear? Did you understand,
Yes,
dear student? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. So this many definitions are not required. Only two definitions are enough. Now I mentioned characteristics of entrepreneur is the question that will be given in the examination. We have to learn characteristic features. See, hard work. See, it is not easy to start a business organization. You have to work very hard. చాలా కష్టపడి పనిచేసే తత్వం ఉంటేనే ఎంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్ అవుతాడండి. లేకపోతే మామూలు ఉద్యోగిగా ఉంటాడు. ఏదైనా ఒక పని చేసుకొని బ్రతుకుతాడు, ఎవరి కిందనో పని చేస్తాడు. ఎంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్ అంటేనే యూ హ్యావ్ టు స్టార్ట్ ఏ బిజినెస్ స్టార్ట్ చేయటం అంటే ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ ఆఫ్ ప్రొడక్షన్ దగ్గరికి తేవాలి, ఎంతో కష్టపడాలి, వాళ్ళను మంచిగా చూసుకోవాలి, వాళ్ళతో పని చేయించాలి. కాబట్టి ఎంతో కష్టంతో కూడుకున్న పని ఎంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్ అనేది చేస్తాడు. కాబట్టి ఇట్ ఈస్ హార్డ్ వర్క్. సో విల్లింగ్నెస్ టు వర్క్ హార్డ్ distinguishes a successful entrepreneur from unsuccessful one. Up to this you write. Okay, an entrepreneur should work very hard to achieve his objectives. Second one, second side heading you keep. See, successful entrepreneur must be a person with technical competence, initiative, good judgment, intelligence, leadership qualities, self-confidence, energy, creativeness, fairness, honesty, tactfulness and emotional stability. This totally you write. And first side heading you keep hard work. Second one is desire for high achievement. ఇప్పుడు క్లాస్ లో మొత్తం ఎంతమంది వింటున్నారండి క్లాస్? హౌ మెనీ ఆర్ లిసనింగ్ నౌ? Not all members. 10 members are there. Bhuvana Chandra, Uday Kiran, Sumati, Navyasri, Sharanya, yes, Bharat Shankar, then Rehan Rai, Sai Gautam. These 10 students are listening to my class now. See, ఇందులో ఎంతమందికి డిజైర్ ఉందండి, కోరిక ఉందండి అత్యున్నతమైన స్థాయికి చేరాలని? అందరికీ ఉండకపోవచ్చండి, కొద్ది మంది మాత్రమే. నేను ఇప్పుడు క్లాస్ చెప్తుంటే కూడా కొద్ది మంది వేరే ఏదైనా ఆలోచిస్తుండొచ్చు. ఈ క్లాస్ తర్వాత ఏం చేయాలి, సార్ ఎంతసేపు తీసుకుంటాడు క్లాసు, లేకపోతే రేపు పరీక్షలో ఇది ఇస్తాడా కరెక్ట్గా, ఇట్లా రకరకాల ఆలోచనలు ఉండవచ్చండి. అట్లనే ప్రతి ఎంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్ కూడా సక్సెస్ సాధించలేడండి. కొద్ది మంది మాత్రమే, ఎవరికైతే డిజైర్ ఉంటుందో, కోరిక ఉంటుందో, అత్యున్నతమైన స్థాయిని చేరుకోవాలనే కోరిక ఉన్న వాళ్ళు మాత్రమే సక్సెస్ఫుల్ ఎంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్స్ కాగలరండి. సో an entrepreneur should possess desire for high achievements. అత్యున్నత స్థాయికి చేరాలనుకున్న వాడే ఎంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్ అనబడతాడండి. అటువంటి లక్షణం అనేది ఉండాలి. సో దిస్ సైడ్ హెడ్డింగ్ యూ కీప్ అండ్ desire for high achievement. The entrepreneurs have a strong desire to achieve high goals in business. The high achievement motivation strengthened them to surmount the obstacles. What do you mean by obstacles? Obstacles means they stop from achieving an objective. So achieving their objective, whatever stops, that is an obstacle. So up to here you write desire for high achievement. Up to obstacle you write the second point. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Third point, highly optimistic. What is optimistic? Yes. What is optimistic?
ముందు చూపు.
What is?
ముందు చూపు.
Not mundu chupu. Optimistic means very positive attitude. Okay. That opposite to that one is pessimistic. Pessimistic means you think always negative. Tomorrow bad will happen to me. Like that you will think. That is pessimism. Optimism means tomorrow definitely we will win. Everything goes on good. Everything goes on well. That is optimism. Okay. Entrepreneurs will be highly optimistic. They always expect good things in future. So successful entrepreneurs are not disturbed by present problems faced by them. If you are disturbed by the present problems, you cannot go forward, you cannot move forward. So entrepreneurs are not disturbed by present problems. They are optimistic for the future. Up to here you read, they are optimistic for the future. Optimist means a person who looks at the bright side of the things. To anything you have bright side, you have dark side. They always think good about future. So entrepreneurs think always positively, think always optimistically. Is it clear? Yes, is it clear? Okay, right. Next, they are always independent. They do not depend on others. Whatever work they have, they will do on their own. Now in our class 10 students are there. I told no, if 1 or 2 students will write notes according to my points, whatever I mentioned up to here, I ticked like this. Only 1 or 2 students will write these notes as I mentioned. Remaining all will copy from that notes. So they are depending on others. Only out of 10, 2 are independent. Let us take for example. So entrepreneurs will be like that. They will be independent. They do not depend on others. స్వతంత్రంగా ఉంటారండి, ఎవరి మీద ఆధారపడరు. నేను ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఇక్కడ వరకు టిక్ మార్క్ పెట్టి ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఇక్కడ వరకు మీరు నోట్ చేసుకోమని చెప్పాను. ఇందులో 10 మంది క్లాసులో ఇద్దరే అట్లా చేస్తారు, మిగిలిన 8 మంది ఈ నోట్స్ ఎవరైతే రాసుకున్నారో వాళ్ళది చూసి కాపీ కొడుతుంటారు. సో ఎంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్స్ విల్ బి ఇండిపెండెంట్, దే డు నాట్ డిపెండ్ ఆన్ అదర్స్, దే థింక్ ఆన్ దేర్ ఓన్, దే యాక్ట్ ఆన్ దేర్ ఓన్. ఓకే, one of the common characteristics of the entrepreneur, you remove successful, always you just simply write directly entrepreneur. Here also directly you write the entrepreneurs are not disturbed like this. Okay, so the one of the common characteristics of the entrepreneur has been that they do not like to be guided by others and to follow their routine. So they are not guided by others, they do on their own, whatever they want they will do on their own. Is it clear? So up to this routine you write. Then next one, foresight. What do you mean by foresight?
దూరదృష్టి.
Very good, దూరదృష్టి. they can think in advance. రేపు ఏం జరుగుతుంది అనేది మంచిగా ఆలోచించగలుగుతారు with based on their experience or based on others experience. వాళ్ళు సమాజాన్ని చాలా నిశ్చితంగా పరిశీలిస్తారు, రేపు పొద్దున ఎటువంటి పరిస్థితులు ఎదురవుతాయి మనకు అనేది ఆలోచించగలరు. So they have that foresight. So the entrepreneurs have a foresight to know about future business environment. They will visualize the likely changes that take place in the market. You make it that, not to, that take place in market. Up to here you write that take place in the market. Okay, so they can expect something about the future. Exactly, రేపు పొద్దున ఏం జరుగుతుంది అనేది వాళ్ళకున్న ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ తోటి, ఇతరుల ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ తోటి వాళ్ళు కొంత అర్థం చేసుకోగలరండి. దట్ ఈస్ ఫోర్ సైటెడ్నెస్. ఎస్, ఈజ్ ఇట్ క్లియర్? ఎస్. నెక్స్ట్ వన్, గుడ్ ఆర్గనైజర్స్. Without organizing skills you cannot be an entrepreneur. Organize means what? To bring to a shape certain things. మీరు ఏవైతే మనం ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ ఆఫ్ ప్రొడక్షన్ అన్నిటిని దగ్గరికి తెచ్చి నిర్వహిస్తాడనుకుంటున్నామో అలా చేయగలుగుతారు వాళ్ళు. అన్నిటిని ఒక చోటికి తెచ్చి వాళ్ళకు కావాల్సిన విధంగా సంస్థను మలుచుకోగలుగుతారు. దే విల్ హ్యావ్ గుడ్ ఆర్గనైజింగ్ ఎబిలిటీస్. సో డిఫరెంట్ రిసోర్సెస్ దట్ ఆర్ రిక్వైర్డ్ ఫర్ ప్రొడక్షన్ ఆర్ డివోర్స్డ్ ఫ్రమ్ ఈచ్ అదర్. అంటే దేనికి అదే సపరేట్ గా ఉంటాయి. డివోర్స్ మీకు ఆఫ్టర్ మ్యారేజ్ సర్టెన్ పీపుల్ విల్ టేక్ డివోర్స్, యు నో ఇట్. ఇన్ న్యూస్ పేపర్స్ యూ విల్ సీ, ఇన్ టీవీస్ యూ విల్ సీ, ఇన్ మూవీస్ యూ విల్ సీ. సో దే ఆర్ సపరేట్ ఫ్రమ్ ఈచ్ అదర్, దే ఆర్ నాట్ కంబైన్డ్. ఎంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్ ఈస్ ద పర్సన్ హూ ఆర్గనైజెస్ దెమ్, who brings them together. So different resources required for production are divorced from each other. It is the ability of the entrepreneurs that brings together all resources. Up to here you write this point, up to resources. Okay, next one, innovative. What is innovativeness? Yes, voice is not clear. What is innovativeness?
Sir, new invention, sir.
Very good, very good. New invention.
Customer ki కావాల్సినట్టు invention.
Okay, very good. See, previously you had dabba phones, that is keypad phones. Now you have smartphones. Am I correct? That is
Yes,
innovation.
Yes, sir.
It is innovation. See, previously you had black and white TVs. Now you have color TVs. Previously there were no remotes. If you want to change channel, you have to physically go to the TV and you were forced to change physically. Now you have a remote system. Similarly, in fans also we have remote fans also. Nowadays they are in the market. Do you know them? Do you know it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bajaj
With the
Electronics.
remote control, you can operate fans also nowadays. You can turn them off, you can turn them on, you can increase, you can decrease like that. So that is innovation. Innovation means creating something new. So entrepreneurs have this ability, innovative ability they have. Okay. So from here you write, in view of the taste of consumers, from time to time entrepreneurs initiate research and innovate activities to produce goods to satisfy the customers changing demands for the products. So based on the changing demand for the product, they will change. That is innovativeness. So up to here, this second sentence you write, in view of up to for the products, you write in your notes. Okay. Then next one is perseverance. What do you mean by perseverance? What do you mean by perseverance? Yes, any idea? You did not come across this word till now. Perseverance. Yes, perseverance means in spite of many difficulties, they will continue. Some people are there who do not continue. See, after some difficulties, if they face any difficulty, they cannot move forward. But the entrepreneurs, they do not give up. They continue with their hard work. Okay, so that skill, that ability is known as perseverance. See, in this point, you write from here to there. They are not deterred by you. In the place of they, you write entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs are not deterred by difficulties and problems. Up to here you write entrepreneurs. In place of they, you write entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs are not deterred by difficulties and problems. They have the willingness to keep goals in sight and work toward them despite obstacles. Up to this you write. Is it clear? Entrepreneurs are not deterred by difficulties and problems. So they are not afraid of problems. They are not afraid of difficulties. They have the willingness to keep goals in sight. And they will not forget their goals and work towards them despite obstacles. Okay, despite problems, despite difficulties, they continue towards their goal. That is what you mean by saying perseverance. Okay. So next one is now decision maker. Next characteristic feature of entrepreneur is a decision maker. So see, starting a business, running a business successfully is not an easy job. They have to take so many decisions. They have to make so many decisions. So entrepreneurs have the characteristic feature of decision making. వాళ్ళు ఇతరుల మీద తోసేయలేరు. వాళ్ళ డిసిజన్ వాళ్ళే తీసుకుంటారు. ఎందుకంటే రేపు పొద్దున కష్టం వచ్చినా నష్టం వచ్చినా వాళ్ళే భరించాలి. They have to bear the loss. They have to enjoy the profits that are earned by them. So they are the decision makers in their own business. So an entrepreneur has to take various decisions in performing activities of his enterprise. Okay, therefore he must be innovative in decision making process. Up to here you write. Next, patient. What do you mean by patient? Patient means not a TB patient or cancer patient.
Opika.
What is patient here? Opika means you wait for so much of time expecting something good will happen in future. మీరు పేషెంట్ అనగానే చూడండి, క్లాస్ స్టార్ట్ చేయడానికి నేను కొంత టైం తీసుకున్నా. మధ్యలో వేరే అమ్మాయిలు వచ్చి అది న్యాక్ నుంచి మెయిల్ వస్తే దానికి ఎట్లా చేయాలో గైడ్ చేశాను. ఆమె కరెక్ట్? ఏం చేయాలి ప్రాసెస్ అనేది చెప్పడానికి కొంత టైం తీసుకున్నా స్టార్టింగ్ లో. అప్పుడు మీరు ఓపికతోటి వెయిట్ చేశారు క్లాస్ స్టార్ట్ కావడానికి. అట్లా ఓపిక లేకపోతే వెంటనే మీరు ఓపిక లేని వాళ్ళు వెంటనే క్లాస్ నుంచి వెళ్ళిపోయినారు అనుకోండి, దట్ ఈస్ యు ఆర్ టర్మ్డ్ యాజ్ ఇంపేషెంట్. బట్ those who 11 students are still continuing in the class, you are patient. Means you are waiting for the class to start so that you are expecting something from the class, from the sir who is teaching, who is taking the class. So entrepreneurs are highly patient and do not get affected by the temporary failure and continue to work hard. So up to here you write. Okay. So optimistic, again it came, it is a repetition. Optimistic already earlier it came. Earlier it is highly optimistic. C point it is already there. Again you need not mention optimistic. Okay. So that is a repetition in this book. Then foresight also again came. Then emotional balance. What is emotional balance? We have various kinds of emotions. Happiness, sadness, anger. These are some emotions. So successful entrepreneur will have emotional balance. There are many ups and downs in the business, but entrepreneur has to be emotionally stable. They do not get carried away by huge profits and disappointed by huge losses. They remain quiet and calm at every situation. So this entirely you write. Emotional balance, total point you write. So our